motherfucker. Oh shit. Yo, I am live and I am not understanding what is going on right now. StreamYard done flipped the script. Oh boy. Oh boy. Now why is my screen getting dark? See, I don't like that. If that keeps up. Okay, there are the comments. Yo, actions, what's going on? Just tapping it for a minute. I'm tired as hell. But I ain't been on the last few days, so I said, let me come on here for a quick second and smoke something with y'all. You know? Then hop off and then, kind of chillax. I've been doing so much. There's been so much going on the last few weeks. Now it's like, okay, everything is done with. So now I feel drained as hell, and I still have like more stuff to do. What's going on with it though? So I was gonna do a live talking about that fool 607 and I might talk about a little bit on here while I'm live with y'all, because I just it's another indication of, you know what I'm saying, like, just because you somewhere, if you ain't at home, you know what I'm saying, you don't be going to somebody else's backyard, especially the birthplace of all. The birthplace, and then try to tell, you know what I'm saying, you got a crip and a blood sitting right there in between you. I know one thing. I was looking at that blue rag he had. I was like, okay, you keep dropping that blue rag, boy, you gonna okay, you keep playing. You know, that's a man, that's a big no. Do not, we don't care how you wear it, where you wear it at, but do not let that thing drop. Oh shit. Smoke 'em if you got 'em on everything. RB in the building. What's going on, RB? You bumping some Jelly Roll by inch? Oh no, I don't listen to Jelly Roll. I'm doing okay. Hope you're doing all right. Oh yeah, happy Juneteenth. Oh, he did? Yeah. I don't listen. I don't follow. I don't. Sure, I didn't know anything about him until just about maybe like a few months ago. I ain't know nothing about him. No, I take that back. I did hear about him last year. Last year was like the first time that I heard about him. You know. And a name to me is like everything. You know, the fact that he got a name called a Jelly Roll. I don't like Jelly Roll donuts, so that name was no. Can't stand Jelly Roll donuts. Ugh. Nasty. I no damn jelly in my pastry. Even though I know some people love that shit. Like, I love me some Jelly Rolls. Oh, so you like biting on stuff and having shit squirt out in your mouth, huh? When I said that shit, they were like, hell no. Hell no, fuck that. Or fuck you. Hey, I'm just saying, when you bite in that motherfucker gonna come losing out some kind of way, right? Shit. Shit gonna go right in your mouth. My bad. I know I probably fucked some people's minds up when I just said, oh shit. Yeah, he did something with him. He did something with him. I think he might have. I think he might have like did like a. I think he did like what did he do? I want to say he did one of the theme songs for one of the PLEs. I definitely want it was. I definitely want to say it was SummerSlam last year. Roberto. Well, to all her, oh yeah, it's still real to me, damn it. How dare you take Mr. Cole's mask? I tell you, fans, fans be forgetting it's a show. You know what I'm saying? That's some scary shit though. Like all you're doing is your job, and you got fans out here mad as hell, ready to fight you and everything. Like it's just a show. People, calm down. Calm down. You know, I understand. You know, out there in May, you go. You know, the mask is serious. You know what I'm saying? But let's not act like ain't nobody's mask got taken before, especially by an American. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I can understand the anger too. You know what I'm saying? I can understand the anger. I don't understand the actions. Feel me? I understand the anger, but I don't understand the actions. Because you're willing to risk your freedom for a wrestler that's just gonna put on a whole nother mask and get the mask back anyways. So which I don't even think about it, but shit, they might do MJF and Mystical at All In. Oh shit. That's crazy.
Somewhere, tummy cakes. Don't say things like that out loud. Embarrassing.
Oh, shit.
Flavors that feed your fancy. Okay.
Nah, it definitely is. You know, take taking a mask is like it's like spitting in somebody's face. Chris Jericho did it a few times in his career. Huh? Let's see. I didn't get back to this comments real quick. That he is. Gotta get that money. Gotta get that money. Gotta get that money. Yo, Spanish folks, dead ass get so caught up. Hello, Mexico, no joke. If you old school, you heard about yo. I don't speak on nothing that ain't got nothing to do with me. You feel me? But yeah, it's that. Man, you know what I'm saying? Like they be taking, like you take one of their masks, it's like it's World War III. Yeah, man. To us, those masks or hair matches is life, man. Woo, all those all the hair versus mask matches. I remember those. By chance, Jay, was you thinking about going pro in baseball? Oh yeah, oh yeah. You know, I had aspiration when I that picture you guys see up there and the one that I posted in my community. You know, at that time, you know, I was playing for the Round Table Pizza Pirates, and that was when the Pirates had Barry Bonds and Bobby Bonilla, and all the parents nicknamed me Bobby Bonilla. You know, even though I wasn't like hitting home runs, but how I played, like I was a power hitter, like I would hit doubles and triples and stuff like that. Very rarely would I hit a single. The only time like I would really get on first base a lot is if I got hit by a pitch or got walked on. But other than that, I'm getting doubles and triples like every time I get up to bat. Yo, that mask is their life. Hey, you know, it's bigger than see, and that's the thing. The mask is incorporated with the wrestling, but the mask has a deeper rooted cultural history to it that is beyond, you know, a square circle or a six-sided ring. You know, because I used to watch it as a kid, and it wasn't until WCW started having cruiserweights and Mike Tenay started to really go into it. That's when I really started to go in myself and find out, like, oh yeah, this is bigger than just wrestling. I don't know when he's coming back. I did just see a picture of him. I think that's a current picture of him because somebody had put a side by side picture of him. You know, so it looked like he got in shape. The original When Worlds Collide, Mask versus Hair El Santos, and Octagon versus Eddie Guerrero and Akbar. The match and the crowd will have you going crazy. Believe 1994. Oh yeah, yeah. You got it on Peacock, but they also got it on YouTube too. They got the whole event on a YouTube. As a matter of fact, they got the pre-show. They got the pre-show on YouTube as well. You know, for anybody who doesn't have Peacock. Oh, Michael. Oh, yeah. Michael Friends. Yeah, I remember him. Mr. Yankee. We got money. Yeah, yeah. Also, Manny Fernandez versus Invader 3. You won't believe what you see. Man, I'm telling you. Yo, Manny Fernandez. Yo. Yeah. The mask is so serious and important to us that when WWE signed Mysterio, they put a mask back on him and just pretend it never happened. Yeah, yeah, because I was happy that they did it, but I was like, I was confused because I that part never dawned on me that would be the reason. Because I thought after Ray lost his mask and he got into this character where you know he didn't have his mask, I was like, oh, okay. Nah, you're right. It was on fire. Hold on real quick, y'all. Without actually being there. I got another pop of Perry.
Greetings order. I need 3 medium pepperoni, 2 ordered wings, breadsticks, cheese sticks, brownies.
All the right place, so.
You comment. We're making you Papa pairings for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Fire it up. The all-new Dragon Flame Grill Whopper with the SCK. Tuesday Flame Grill. Ready for adventure. Experience a new kind of flame at Burger King. At the Dragon Dragon. Only in theaters.
Dad, those are the ideas I've been looking for.
Wow, look who's getting their fix for kicks and dicks.
They're so here.
Plus all the fancy stuff.
I need even if I say there's even more texting. Come on, big stuff.
Well, kicks, right? Take a little break with Pure Liquor, powered by natural caffeine from real tea leaves. I'm the real refreshment and the real vitalization. Quality iced tea. Time for a tea break. Time for a Pure Leaf. Advil targeted relief. The only topical pain reliever with 4 powerful pain-fighting ingredients that start working on contact to target tough pain at the source for up to 8 hours of power. Advil targeted relief.
Whether you know or not, been never made that bitch in a bag. I'm running it. Benny, I don't know if it's fake or real, but he's claiming to be sick. He was being such a baby. They brought a thermometer. Stop.
Oh, I'll be right with y'all 1 minute.
Take your temperature again?
Yeah, it's fine. It's the one with me. What else did you bring?
Just some ginger ale with some chicken soup. You bring the stuff inside, okay? Let me get that tissue box, put it closer to you. Hey, where you get toilet paper? I can never find anything in this apartment. You can't bury yourself under covers when your fever's high.
Are you cutting onions?
Yeah, but they say to put onions in a sock and then put it on your feet. Takes all the toxins out.
Oh my
It
god.
does stink a little, but it's gonna draw. Look, you're ready to feel it. Really? Oh, you have tea that says irregular. You constipated?
Watch what the cabinet. Got a new class club warning over Charleston, South Carolina.
I feel like I did a lot of planning for, going down south to the Carolinas, things to do in Carolina. Okay, this is very southern. It's gonna be perfect.
Because it was 11 o'clock tonight.
No South Carolina. Government jail.
There is a major hurricane hitting the Carolinas right now. We're going to have to make some pivots, and I think I got a good answer to this dilemma.
Let me hear.
You know how we have situation farms here. I have dreams and ambitions to live off the land. End of the world's coming soon. Big Daddy Sis needs to be self-sustainable. My chickens are Italian, and they eat the finest. Linguini Buttanescus. I have to connect in South Jersey. Okay, Farmer Andrew. They have almost like a bed and breakfast farm out there. Technically, I mean, listen, they're still going south. They're just going South Jersey.
I like it.
Hi, this is Cape May Farms. How may I help you?
Yeah. Good text.
Yo, Mike, it's nice to see the group chat.
Oh, what the hell?
So south. To South Jersey. We're going farming bitches.
Honestly, I don't hate that.
Farming?
I mean, I don't want farms, but I'm out. I wanted to be in Carolina.
6 chickens, guys. Probably McDonald's. I'm almost ready.
Yeah.
I'm parking in.
What is it?
These right here are specially made. We got Situation Farms, and also we have the overall Situation Farms.
I'm back.
And even next baby, Big Daddy Bitch. And
Where is it? Oh,
see you later. Going to the farm. Bye, guys.
the hell? Okay. What? Okay. This. What the hell? Hold on. This. Yes. Oh, trip. Okay. Fun fact, Manfred just trying to escort the Hardys during the Omega days. Interesting. Here in WWE interested in Psycho Clown. Ah, I can see that. Nah, it ain't not. TKO. 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 Shit. I was seeing shit. I guess TKO is trying to wants to sell him or thinking about selling him. They got non-wrestling people running the wrestling company or owning the wrestling company. Or got wrestling people running like it's what the I don't know what I mean. I understand why Vince sold it to them, but I don't know why. It'll never make sense to me. When Goldberg walked down to the ring this Saturday, Jay, do me a favor, if you don't mind. I want you to chant. Oh, no, it's not this Saturday. It's not this Saturday. As a matter of fact, I'm not even going to be watching because that's All In Saturday. After I watch All In, I'm not watching. I'm not watching Saturday night's main event. Not doing it. Crazy how 1.5 years of Vince being out, and this is what's happening. I used to laugh when peeps wanted this, and now I'm sad they got it. And look, NC Black and Gold wasn't that good. Hey, you know what's that saying? You don't know what you got until it's gone. You don't know what you got till it's gone. See, left my ass off RB. How many times will that man save it? Monday Nitro Goldberg versus Hogan. I watched that live. Yeah, I watched that live too. Now that was a main event. That shit was big. Fun fact for those who ain't aware, Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan. Terry straight out. Choke that hope. You got my Michael Fizz comment, no. No, I did it. No, I got it.
That's great, but can you ask your friends to stop taking it?
Yeah, you guys remember Michael? Yeah. Yeah, once I commented about him, then that's kind of my giveaway of I do remember him because I did mention, oh yeah, the Yankee fan. He would get on air and get the woo. And you know who he is because he has that distinctive voice.
Did it take Nobla? Think over a little more.
Oh, my bad. When Gunther put it over the. Yeah, that's July 12th. Russo makes sense when he says the reason BKM sold it is to make sure others didn't have it. Well, I mean, look like others is about to have it. They'll end up I think it's going to end up going back to Vince. I think it's going to end up going back to Vince. Jay Miller, will you be covering Evolution 2 by any chance? No, I will not. I don't do nope. I know who will, and that's where I'm going to be, being in full heel mode. But I don't do WWE stuff anymore. I went heel on them. Remember? Fun fact: Michael Fraser's interview. Oh, I know that interview was quite interesting. Yeah, the only thing I really watch at WWE is SmackDown, and I don't know why I do that. You know. Oh yeah, I watch some. I watch NXT. I will watch NXT. Yeah, but I'll go heel on them too. I'm a professional wrestling fan. You know. And AEW is professional wrestling. AEW is where the best wrestle. AEW, hey, I know a lot of people is kind of low on All In, but I'm gonna tell y'all, I'll see it. I see it. It looked crazy as hell, but I actually see what Tony is trying to do. I see it, you know, because this is the thing. This is the thing. Now, I know people always want an alternative, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? But people have to understand, when you want an alternative, that alternative is not always going to go by traditional wrestling rules. That's what makes it an alternative. This is why I don't get this whole. I never gotten this. Even when AEW was doing what they was doing last year, everybody was still talking about how great their pay-per-views was. It was the weekly shows that just wasn't. And you know what? That happens. You know, that doesn't mean that, okay, well, we're just. No, it happens. Every TV show goes through its high moments and it's going to go through its low moments because it's going on every week. You know, you think every week of the Attitude Era was good? No. Hell, even the 83 weeks that Nitro was kicking WWF's ass, all those episodes weren't good. So, and they weren't necessarily alternative. They was just a continue, you know, because as a matter of fact, to be honest, it would actually be WWF that was alternative to WCW, because the company itself was a lot older than WWF. You know, it's like with rock music. You got rock music, you got heavy metal, and then you have the alternative. Well, the alternative doesn't sound like every other rock and roll or heavy metal song out there. They don't go by the same standards as those. So in the same sense, you know what I'm saying? Hell, ECW is a prime example. You think every episode, now I know everybody likes to drool over ECW, but ECW was an alternative to WWF and WCW. Was ECW doing everything the traditional way of doing things? Was their weekly shows always good? But for some reason, we put this onus on AEW as if AEW is this villain that came out of nowhere and trying to take over Gotham City. Oh my God, here comes AEW. We got to save the city from AEW. Okay, let's look at more modern times. TNA. TNA, who was supposed to have been an alternative, which they was for a period of time, to WWE. Did they do everything? Traditionally speaking, no. Were their weekly shows good every week? No. But we didn't crucify them, did we? No. And before anybody jumps out and say, well, we didn't really have social media at that time. We had Facebook. We had MySpace. Don't give me that. But when it comes to AEW, it's like, oh, if they don't do it this way, oh my God, it's the worst show. Or if they don't do it in a certain manner, how some people like their wrestling, oh my God, I can't believe, what are we doing? All I was hearing for so long was alternative. I was like, but you guys got an alternative. You just can't see it because they're on some channel called Destination America. Then they went over there to the Access channel. So here comes AEW on one of the biggest networks in TV. Is it because AEW is not doing what they was doing when they first started? No company is going to do what they did when they first started, because it's going to be a level off period. Like, okay, this is how we want to go. This is the direction. This is who we want. You know what I'm saying? So they hit that period, and it's like as soon as they start to hit that period, it was like, oh my God, AEW is so awful. What? Like, come on, man. We can't say that we want sex and then not bust a nut. WWE doesn't feel the same anymore. TKOs, man, they are. Daniel, what's going on?
Ugly and distance.
About a regulate across the country. They are affordable, free cost.
I have 4 kids, but I wanted them to see me in this family.
If you're thinking about going.
Okay. He said the reason he became a man stripper because he was trying to get his girl back. But that's an interesting way to get your girl back. That's a very interesting way. Don't run with that logic, people. Hey, fellas, don't run with that logic. Down all in with the streak. They on pay-per-view. Pay-per-view wise is crazy. That's just bias at that point. It really is. Attitude Era was mostly wet. I mean, it was a show. I mean, the wrestling aspect, they didn't really. There was like a few good wrestling matches during the Attitude Era. But other than that, it was a car crash. I'm just saying. They come over to take over the city. TNA didn't follow pro wrestling tradition. They didn't. But that's what made great, because they was an alternative. That's what an alternative is. So we have an alternative, and people still mad. What about rated TV 14 or Ruthless Aggression Era? Are you not a fan of that as well? No, see, I'm not saying I wasn't a fan of the Attitude Era. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is people put the Attitude Era on this pedestal and they act like everything in the Attitude Era was so magnificent. You know, but when it comes to AEW, it's like they're not doing the crazy dumb shit that WWF was doing at the time, and they get crucified for it. You know, now the TV 14, not so that is in conjunction with the Attitude Era and the Ruthless Aggression Era. To me, the Ruthless Aggression Era was better because they focused more on the wrestling added with the storylines. Attitude Era was more storyline, promo based driven. Ruthless Aggression was more wrestling based, storyline driven. You know, they was doing a lot more real life things in the Ruthless Aggression Era. But there was some hokey shit going on there, don't you? Yeah, I don't hear nobody tripping when Tiffany Stratton talk on the mic, even though y'all know Tiffany Stratton got 0 mics. Got me. She do. TV 14 era is a start and stop era like jeez. Ruthless Aggression at least gave us 20 plus years of talent. Yeah, they did. I mean, think about this. In the Ruthless Aggression era, we got Eddie Guerrero as a world champion. We got Chris Benoit as a world champion. In the Ruthless Aggression era, we got Chris Benoit versus Kurt Angle, Royal Rumble 2003. Woo, that match cooked. That match was on fire. Okay? That match was on fire. Ruthless Aggression era, we seen the emergence of our good friend Adam Copeland, aka FKA Edge. You know, we got to see a lot of great things. And like I said, the matches during the Ruthless Aggression era were so good. You know, now I know a lot of people, a lot of fans, like I was a Raw guy, but I appreciated SmackDown because there was like literally 2 different shows. The wrestling was different from Raw to SmackDown. The storylines was ran differently. Like you was literally watching 2 different shows, and that's what I loved about it. Now, when they got away from that and they started to go into the PG era, that's when they started fucking up shit. And really, and I know a lot of people blame it on the PG era. It's not PG. It's how things are written. It's how they are booked. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to remember, even though there weren't ratings back then, we literally grew up in the PG era. You know? And keep in mind, now a lot of people have an understanding that the Attitude Era started before Vince did that promo before Raw, right? We gotta remember Bret Hart and Stone Cold at WrestleMania 13. That was PG. Bulldog and Bret at In Your House, that was PG. So Just all the stuff that they did in 97, yeah, that was PG. What WCW, even though they was a little bit more toned down in a sense, but they had a lot of realism, real life based stories. That was still PG. As a matter of fact, WCW didn't go TV 14 until like midway 99. There was only like a year and a half at TV 14, I believe.
That was that. Hi, I'm Leticia, and I'm 14 years
He loves blondes, but married a brunette. Oh. The shock match on how good for me was Mark Henry versus Kurt Angle at Royal. Oh, yeah, that was a good one. That was a hell of a good one. Y'all forging sevens up. What's going on with it? Live King Cobra chewing. Oh, live King Cobra chewing on Macho. Oh, yeah. Yep, that was PG. That was PG. Yo, Earthquake. Speaking of the snakes, y'all remember when Earthquake took Damien, put him in the middle of the ring, and hit the Earthquake splash? Oh, that was PG. So it's not the fact that it's PG, because you can still push the limits under PG. It's just all how you write the stories. At the end of the day. Yes, isn't that how they wrote off Damien? Yep. And that's when Jake ended up after that feud with Earthquake. Later on that year, that's when he started to go more into the dark side, and start to do those vignettes with Papa Shango. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a whole thing with Jake, Papa Shango, and the Warrior. And you remember, like, right before SummerSlam, they had Jake had locked Ultimate Warrior in that like dungeon or whatever, and it was like a dungeon full of snakes in it, and they started, you know what I'm saying, attacking the Warrior. How they shot that shit was hella funny. How they shot that shit was hella funny. You know what I'm saying? And that was when Jake started that whole trust me. Jake was so good. Oh my God. Jake the Snake as a heel in 2025. Oh my goodness. They will not appreciate that. That was great heel work. Warrior getting hexed by Papa Shango. Yo, that yeah. I was just about to bring that up too. Oh man, he had Ultimate Warrior over there just barfing up all kinds of green and black shit. Yo, you remember when the Ultimate Warrior was doing that? You remember how they had that stage for the interviews and Gene Okerlund would do the interviews and shit? You remember? You remember the Warrior started bleeding black? That shit started coming out his forehead and shit. Like, yo, this shit. Like, what the fuck is going on? You know, I was like, I think I was like, see, that was what, 91? Yeah, I was 12 years old. I was like, yo, this shit crazy as hell. Like, this shit real? Like, hold on, this shit real? I don't know shit about voodoo. So I'm taking it as this shit real.
That's the boys one. It's really nice.
You know, like no, no. Where's the earthquake when we need him for the oh oh man. Oh shit. Damn. Like I want to squash him like a bug. It's nuts when you think about it, how crazy shit got in the Attitude Era. I'll never forget seeing Boss Man hanging from a noose from a L. Yo, that was yo, that I was holy shitting it too. I was like, I know they do not have this man hanging from the hip. What are we doing? What are we doing? Like this man got a noose around his man's neck and he's hanging. He's hanging. He's hanging. Like, yo. You know what? That was the most interesting thing about the match. Was after the match. That was one of the weakest Hell in a Cell matches I seen. At that time, to put on that kind of Hell in a Cell match, yeah, you know, you can't just put just anybody in the cell with Taker. You know, that just wasn't going to work.
No. Huh? He's not coming?
No.
You know, I understand Boss Man was the enforcer and all this shit, like, but you didn't have to. Matter of fact, you didn't even have to have that match at a Mania. Jake the Snake today would be canceled because people that's what I'm saying. They wouldn't be able to appreciate good heel work. See, Boss Man dragging Big Show. Yo, that. I'm sitting there, right? I'm sitting there, like, and I'm already like kind of cringing at how they're going about this story. And then when Big Show did that, I said, "Are we really doing this? Are we like really playing? Yo, Vince got a twisted mind. You know, this fool Vince like, yeah, you know, what if you attach a truck to the casket and then you drag the casket across the cemetery? That's good shit." Yo, that's some oh god, I don't know what you call that shit. And what would have been even crazier is if while he was dragging it, the casket opened and a body came out of it. Boy, 1999 was a wild time. Dude, they ended the broadcast on that shit. They had to sign off. He was selling the shit out of being. Oh man, yeah. Master Triple H. Oh shit, yo, sevens up. What's going on, DMG? We got the sevens in the building. See, man, young, yo, come on, yeah, that was just nasty. That was just nasty. That was just nasty. Oh, it's choppy. How am I now? The artist formerly known as. Yo, hey, y'all remember when that fool Brian Pillman when Stone Cold broke into his house and Brian Pillman had that 9mm? That was in the PG era. We busting our guns in the PG era. And like we've even seen like during this time, like in the PG era, where we've seen good wrestling, we've seen good shows. So, but I still see people claiming like I got all that TV 14. Well, you can have TV 14, just go watch AEW. Yeah, but they don't have no storylines. They don't have no storylines. Mercedes Moné want to turn on me and go and start going out with these mortos. I'll never forgive you, Mercedes. I'll never forgive you. You were something special to me. And you went and you got a beast. You're going to pay for that, Mercedes. One day you will pay for that. And I will be standing over your body, laughing, knowing I was the reason that you lost all those times. Short little promo. The religious, he's coming back. Dustin Runnels, when he was going by his real name, Dustin Runnels, yeah, he was in the crowd with the sign, he's coming back. He's coming back. And the whole he's coming back was Goldust. Like, what the hell? Oh, man. Shit has definitely gone too far over the years. Oh, Lord. The Katie Vick angle, the miscarriage angles. I think the worst was when they wrote stories involving people's real life issues. Like, oh, my God. Forge, you ain't never like that. Oh, God. And you remember how they had Hulk climbing? He was like at the top of the Titantron, and Draws was trying to help him, whatever, and he fell off the Titantron and shit. What are we doing? Oh my God, WWE, what you have done some shit. And that Katie Vick, oh my, woo, Katie Vick. This man, the fact that Triple H was even okay to do, the fact that he was okay with doing this, just, you know, sometimes in life, you gotta just say, fuck it, this just ain't worth it. It's just not worth it. You know, you gotta have some type of moral compass about yourself. But people have, like, when they sign on a dotted line to WWE, they like literally selling their souls because it don't make a difference. They could be the most uncomfortable all they want, and they still will do the story. I'm like this. If I got a pay cut to go somewhere else, just so I can stand on then that's what I'll do. Hell, people don't like AEW, but at least motherfuckers is getting paid. Shit. Fuck what they talking about. You go to AEW, you will get paid. Someone was shot in the late 90s, and it took Lucha Underground to kill someone. Tell you, too much. Too much. Same way WCW did Scott. Oh. I was so upset that they was doing that. I literally would skip over those segments. I didn't want to see that. This man was sitting here literally absolutely obliterated drunk on screen, cutting promos and jumping in and beating up people who could barely stand. And then what was that one segment where, because I had missed that episode, but they had showed like a clip of it that next week, and it was like he had threw up. They was trying to help him, and he had threw up, you know, a ringside or whatever. I'm just like, what the hell? Yeah, that I got a pic with Katie Vick while she was in the category. Oh shit! Oh damn! We should have known something was up when Morto started white facing. I'll tell you, he was happy. He was happy. Can't lie. McMahon is fire. I got the DVD set of McMahonism. Yo, DMG, this is crazy. He puked through his hands and people kept handing him a soda. People really got a kick out of him being drunk. That was cold shit. That was some cold shit. I didn't understand that. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. You know. Because what was it? They did somebody else wrong too. Who was that? It was somebody that was. But you know what's interesting though? I would like to know them Sable files though. I would like to know those Sable files because we want to talk about real life. Vince McMahon fires Sable and then hires her right back, but now Sable's like right by Vince McMahon. You know what I'm saying? And then there's like stories coming out about, you know what I'm saying? Like there were stories coming out at that time. And then all of a sudden she ends up cheating on Mark and then gets with Brock. And she's been with Brock. It's kind of crazy how she is like, yo, I want to see those Sable files. Where's those Sable files at? They put a seal on them motherfuckers real fast. Like, nobody gonna see these. Hardy on TNA. Oh, when Sting got pissed off. Oh yeah. Hardy was gone. Hardy thought he was Shawn Michaels. Oh, I could get high and still perform. Yeah. Nah. Sean be high and still put on a 5-star classic. That was old shit. Sting that wrote those stories. Oh, that's just a. How about when Vince made Brian Pillman's Will do it? Oh. The look on her face, man. She was fucked up after that. She was just, that added to her trauma. Doing that interview, you know, if anybody that seen Dark Side of the Ring, you see how she look now, and that interview, yeah. Sable was a dirty bitch. I was never a huge Mark Merrill fan, but she had Vince did Merrill dirty as fuck. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want to see. We all want to see those Sable files. You know, Because Vince is all over that shit. And it's just a coincidence she ends up with Brock Lesnar, Vince McMahon's pet toy. Like, here you go, Brock. I told you I'd get rid of Mark. Sable's all yours. Oh, man. But hey, y'all, I'm about to jump off of here. Just came on here. Want to tap in for a minute, you know. So I'll be back on most likely probably tomorrow or something. So until then, y'all enjoy y'all night. And like always, we gonna nope, I ain't doing that no more. So y'all have a good night. Peace.